Halo, a rather divisive topic for those over the age of 25 who still don't have jobs. Other than being that thing your millennial uncle will not shut up about, it is also in fact my favorite franchise of all time. From the world, story, music, not the community, I love everything about Halo. Now, my other love,
other than Matt Berninger in The National,
is 3D printing. But it's a lot more of a love-hate relationship with 3D printing. 3D printing for me is kind of like having a really cute dog. You like him, you love the presence he brings into your life, but he will just not stop pissing on your rug, and he will not stop eating food off the counter, and just will do everything to inconvenience you at any point in your life. It's infuriating.
But you love him anyways.
So for me, it's only natural that I go, Halo 3D printing. But in the context of my life, that's kind of like going, oh, rocks wrapped in copper wire and power lines. Now, out of all the items in Halo, why did I choose to do a video on the plasma pistol specifically? I just thought this would be a really good introduction video for those who want to get into prop making and also like Halo. And for my final reason, I forget it. Oh yeah, this is the final project for my editing class in college. Okay, let's get right into it. Now this is going to be an extremely similar process to how I made my MF Doom mask for like the 8 people that have watched that video. Which essentially means if you've seen that, why are you here? Go outside, see your kids.
Finally.
Now, like everything I do, this is going to be 3D printed. Why? Because I'm me. Case in point. As for the printer, we'll be going for the Bambu Labs P1S. In the past, I've called this printer the WRX of the 3D printing world. Both all the new Bambu printers, it's more like the Honda Civic, which would make any Ender printer a Kia Soul. As for the model, I had a decent amount of options. Normally, whenever it comes to Halo weapons, I would go for my best boy Oddworks. I have made many of his items in the past, such as the M7S SMG from Halo 3 ODST and the Mark 50 Sidekick from Halo Infinite. And he does have an incredible plasma pistol model that actually lights up. However, I kind of feel like shaking it up a little bit, so we're going to be going with the plasma pistol model by Chase Curtis on Maker World. As for filament, I'm going to be real with you. I'm using a lot of my extra filament for a secret project I don't want to talk about just yet. So we're just going to be using whatever I have left over, which is some red PETG, some wood filament, and some other shit. Rounding up a bit here, both my print settings, print time should be about 5 days, or half a Concorde. With all that out of the way, let's get to printing. Hi there. In the process of trying to download the time lapses for my 3D printer, the file's corrupted, so I don't have anything to show you. Please, take this instead.
I got a 1, 2, 3, 4 in my bank account. In my bank account. I got 5, 6, 7, and 8 in my bank account. In my bank account.
And with that, we are done printing.
Except you know, because I lost the goddamn footage.
But now we can get to sanding and filling. Except not, because we're not doing it. For those unfamiliar with the process, before you even start painting, you have to do a lot of sanding, then filling, then sanding, then filling. You have to do it a lot, and it's not worth it for some stuff. So that's why we're just going to lay the pieces out and only go for 2 coats of black primer. After 6 years of doing this hobby, the #1 thing I've learned is that the things that bother you don't usually bother anyone else, and if they do, they're people not worth talking to. As I said, 2 coats of black primer, but be careful to not let it run, as this isn't filler primer. You can't just sand it off. Now that all the pieces are primed and painted, we can get to my favorite thing, airbrushing. First up is the energy storage thing. I don't really know, but I'm gonna be using this really nice metallic blue airbrush paint, which I got for a Peacemaker helmet for a commission a while ago, and I really like using it. And from there, it's time to airbrush everything else, is what I would be saying if my airbrush didn't.
The hell? Oh, shit, that's right. Bonsai.
So the rest of this will have to be hand painted. Great. A couple hours of hand brushing later and everything's looking pretty good, even though my airbrush did kick the bucket. I'm just hand brushing some of this purple metallic because it's almost 1-to-1 with the Covenant metallic in the games. It's nuts. Also for the metal, some black metallic from the same brand. This feels like a good time to mention that I'm not basing my plasma pistol off of any specific game. The actual model itself is based off the one seen in Halo 4, but my paint job is more Halo CE, Halo Infinite inspired. I guess I'm making like the universal true plasma pistol that's a combination of everything instead of basing it off a specific variant and having a bunch of them. And in the time I spent talking, I finished painting everything. Great. I added some more black metallic to certain parts on the tops of the gun and also on the grips. And also some light green and red for the tips of the gun and the power button respectively. Clear coating time. Now clear coating was pretty easy except for, oh wait, let me turn on the audio. So because I was impatient and brought the parts out during a rainstorm, now I need to repaint everything because the water droplets got under the clear coat.
I am sorry, my mentor. I have failed you.
Repainting everything wasn't too difficult, so it's fine, doesn't matter. But at this point, I was onto the final stretch with only 2 things left. Weathering and assembly. Weathering is my favorite part of any build, and that has sure not changed here. In particular, I'm doing a thing called dry brushing, which is a technique I learned many years ago after watching Bruno from MMPR Toys. To demonstrate, in Halo, this is supposed to be a purple metal, so we're going to be using some silver paint. Essentially, what you do is once you dip your brush in the paint, it's important to get rid of as much paint as possible until there's just little specks of paint left on your brush. Then paint it on and you have instant battle damage. There's other parts to it, like knowing where damage would realistically build up, like sharp corners or like a gun barrel or something. And also other forms of weathering you could do, like blackwashing, but that's essentially it. Now we're on to assembly. Now for all my previous projects in the past, I've either used plastic welding or Gorilla Glue, but thanks to my lovely friend Nathaniel Tebbins, he's now shown me the path of gods, and along that path is CA glue. It is a disturbingly fast curing and strong adhesive. Essentially, you put glue on one surface and activator on the other. Now, the glue doesn't actually do anything until it makes contact with the activator, but once it does, you have like 3 seconds until it instantly bonds, and it can lift up to like 3 Dave Bluntzes. However, it will really fuck up your lungs, which is why I suggest wearing a gas mask like I did in this clip. And with all that, we are done, finally. Now, a thing about me is whenever I take on a project, I only take it on if I know I'm going to be doing something new. I got this, I don't want to call it a philosophy, but I got this ideal from a very influential YouTuber on me named Shank Mods. Essentially, it goes, when you start getting comfortable, you stop getting better. Very simple words, however, very prudent ones. Now, everything I've described here is pretty basic for me, so what makes anything I've done different from anything I've done in the past? Crunch. I had like about a week and a half to get 3 of these things done for not only my final project for my editing class, I also had to get them ready for the Toronto Prop Expo, which I was an exhibitor at. But overall, I think I learned a really valuable lesson. Crunch sucks so much, dude. Oh my god. With all that out of the way, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Here's my list of social medias you can follow me on or harass me on if my name's Gooseworks. For the next video, I will be showing you how to make a light-up Darksaber from The Mandalorian, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Unless you're one of those people who's watching this just in bed at night, in which case, go to sleep, man. Just stop doom scrolling. You're making it worse for yourself, man.